watches my stream.
Buttons are depressed. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Where's my Zoom room?
I'm in a lot next to one of yours in Graff Island, by the way.
My keep.
It's empty. It's like a village lot.
Oh.
I didn't know you had a lot in Graff Island.
I don't know where they have lots.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't go to them.
This is the only lot, and you don't even own this lot.
Yep.
At least your character. All right.
We
are live.
Oh,
Let's get that announcement before somebody complains that I didn't make an announcement. Liquid Blaze. All right. Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. As the Oracle foretold, two idiots who would misinterpret the news so you don't have to. Live from Deltona, Florida, the avatars themselves, Jack and Laz.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours.
That's right.
Because it's Friday.
The Fruck Awesome Friday right here on NBNN. It is Friday, February 2nd, 2024, for the record here, inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And welcome to today's show. It is the end of the week. We've got a guest in studio with us today talking about a topic we'll be talking about. We got Coeur d'Alene hanging out with us. Coeur d'Alene, say hello to everybody.
Yo, how y'all doing? Happy Friday, y'all.
Oh, yes. Happy Friday, and good to have you.
Greetings.
And thanks for joining us.
Thank you, boys.
Appreciate you taking the time to talk about this topic, but we're going to get to that in just a couple minutes, so hang tight. We'll give some folks some time to get on in here, but meanwhile, got to remind everybody, I see people already doing it, but don't forget, exclamation, I love free shit, exclamation, bundle me, for a chance to get in on streamer bundles and mystery game key giveaways that we will be doing throughout the show. So bottom of the hour and top of the hour for streamer bundles. And of course, if you want your own mystery game key, donate 300 bits. We'll dig into the grab bag and get you one. Get us 500 bits into the donation bin, and we'll stop what we're doing if you want and do something different, because we allow you guys and gals to change the programming right here. But meanwhile, yeah, who knows what's going to go on?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing, honey. But we're going to kick off today with the continuation of a hot topic. Good evening, Azorian.
Yes. Are you ready to talk about some cloaks?
Yeah, because this has been a hot topic throughout the week, and since the release 122, which happened just a little over a week ago, and people are mildly annoyed, pissed, perturbed, don't care either way.
Well, so how many live streams have they done without doing custom items for watching the live stream? When's the last time that they did that?
Oh, I don't know. It's got to be when they ended doing the monthly telethons.
Telethons?
Probably when they ended the monthly telethons.
So when they ended the monthly telethons and started doing, hey, we're going to stream this, and then it became, okay, now we're only going to go back to streaming once a month, and they haven't done any kind of custom item in years related to a live stream. There was no prior announcement that, hey, in order to get this item, you're going to have to watch the live stream and make a purchase that happens to be
wasn't
$80.
Even announced prior to that. Yeah, it was announced.
No, it was announced during the stream. So I can understand people being extremely frustrated with
absolutely
the group that said, hey, in 2023, we are going to be more open with our communication with you guys, to then turn around and just randomly do something in a live stream.
Yes, which of course we did touch on yesterday. We were surprised to see all the additional communications from Ravlox, and
for 2024, but much improved.
I mean, he's on a roll for January, absolutely, by talking about the updates, the beginning of the month stuff, patches that are coming. I mean, he's actually been on top of it for the last couple of days, especially.
Partially, because guess what we still don't have?
Streamer bundles?
Patch notes.
Patch notes. Let's go take a look there. Did we get...
No, we have not received those patch notes yet.
Yeah, have not gotten any patch notes, even though there was an update in the forum stating that we had 2 more patches coming in. One was for the monthly login reward, and one coming up a couple days from now with the end of the sales coming up. But no notes on that whatsoever.
Yes.
So.
And he even referenced in his forum post, here's a link to the patch notes.
Yes, which, Wah, wah.
Whoops.
Yeah. But anyway, moving right along. Let's pick up with Adam Crow.
Okay. Where? Definitely a head scratcher. They chose to hand out plaques to everyone who logged in during a set amount of... Nope. Not that one. Not that one. You want...
Should have been...
Above that?
It should have been where you clicked on it. I just have to add.
Well...
You're on the cloaks, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was 2 posts above that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just, because sometimes you send posts with links, and
that link should have opened up to
the actual post, but you actually want us to cover the entire thread. And so when you said Adam Crow, I just looked for the first Adam Crow I saw.
Yeah, not a problem.
I just have to add, I didn't mean to be so negative about these types of things. I know a lot of work was put into those plaques delivered, and I'm surely grateful. I didn't know they existed until they started being delivered, and it was an awesome surprise for me. I have a lot of fun playing this game, and I was a little bummed I didn't get a chance to buy Kodos for the cloak. I like to help contribute to the game, and this was a cool idea that I definitely would have liked to be a part of. It's not really about the cloak for me personally. I don't really care about stuff like that. It's more about just feeling out of the loop sometimes. I work 40 to 50 hours a week, and I have 4-year-old twins, so watching those streams live just isn't an option for me anymore.
Or many other players.
Well, yeah, considering it's right at the end of Friday's workday for anybody in
end of the workday for many, or the beginning of
Central
dinner
Time,
and family time for a lot of
Mountain,
people. Yeah, you know, who are
Pacific, Hawaii, everybody to the west. Maybe the developers could consider allowing those of us who missed out a way to purchase the combination of crowns and a no-trade 10th anniversary cloak from a store. I can't see the harm in doing that. Nothing in-game should be no trade. Nothing.
I think.
No thing should be no trade. Then it would be it wouldn't be a rare item anymore. What are the rare items in the game? There's much harm in that.
Right now, that banner that's hanging on the wall behind us is one of the rarest items that are in there. And then
wait, which banner? The Lord British Dark Star one?
No, on the wall, the Hospitalers.
Oh, okay.
We were founding members of the Hospitalers, but some reason we never got those.
Neither one of us.
We never got those. You know. And as Modi says, you cry about no rare, so they make a rare, and folks cry even more. No,
because
Modi,
the
point
we
is,
want rares.
Yeah, we want rares. A, B, everything was supposed to be tradable amongst people, so that they created a secondary market. Again, I can point you to a almost 4-hour video during the beta, when we did the first convention with Lord British and Darkstar, going into depth as to why they wanted it that way. And of course, it used to be promoted right on the front page, logging in, play the game for plenty of rares and collectibles, which gives people an incentive to log in. And then you take everything that was previously a rare, and then you just go ahead and willy-nilly, like the 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 items, and make them available for everybody when they should have only been available during those years. So, and devaluing the price of what people paid for the originals in the first place, because not only did you lower the prices, but
the current sale item on sale is the Yule Tree from 2014.
Oh, let's go look at this. This is too funny.
Yeah, so I just did a search for 2014.
Oh, there's the ornate wall garland 2017 is there. The Yule Tree from 2014 is there. Yeah, I mean, let's just do searches for 2014, and you have the Winter Holidays, Yule Tree, Tabletop Yule Tree, Ornate Replenishing Snowball Box, and Menorah. Which all should have only been available then.
Available in 2014.
Yeah, and then outdoor decorations. Yes, it's all the same ones. So then you do 2015, and again you'll see the same thing. Certain things like the giant Yule Tree, the ornate snow family, wearables, the snowman mask from 2015. These should only have been available during that time, not here in 2023 where you can buy stuff from the past, because
But this is one where
as Modi, that's what we said yesterday.
The cloak is going to be put up in the add-on store.
Is Ravlock said it's never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, ever going to be re-released again, and of course. We constantly pick on that, because whenever they say that, we know that
never. Anytime they say never, they're going to do it.
It winds up happening. So yes, but anyway, continue on with the topic at hand. That's too funny though that the 2014s are on sale.
Yeah. How about a different looking one? I don't understand why some won that they didn't get the cloak. All players had the same chance to get one.
No,
what about the raffle during the live stream? No, It was only announced during the live stream, not beforehand. Not here's a window of which you can make this purchase in order to receive this rare item, because it was decided to do that cloak during the live stream. It was, and
there was no pre-announcement to give everybody a chance. If they would have put in the newsletter, hey, during this 12-hour period or this 24-hour period on this day, if you make this purchase, you get a chance. But for a 1-hour window, which probably wasn't even a full 1 hour, we could probably go into the, I may do that just for Monday, just for clarification, to give you an idea how big the window really was. Probably closer to 45 minutes worth of time that people who were tuned in had a chance to get it. So I'm just going to state that, all players had the same chance to get one is bullshit. So sorry, Morgan, they did not.
Then after that,
that is life.
That is life. Some had the luck to be present and were able to buy some Kodos. At least I would say they bought that cloak with the Kodos. That was a very special offer and only for a limited time. In my humble opinion, it's okay if the people who bought Kodos gets a cloak on top. Okay, then why the fuck are items that we both contributed to during live streams in the vault? Why? Oh, wait. They're doing everything they can to make Shroud less and less money.
Yeah, Durp, if you look in our Discord, you'll happen to notice that, let's just slide this over. Yeah, we saw that too, Director of Operations, Producer. Not community manager or chief cook and bottle washer. Yes, we did see the LinkedIn. We actually have it in
Discord.
In our Discord today. So yes.
Yes. and before you actually posted that, because we had other discussions related to it.
Yes.
I get it. I was thinking bigger picture, I guess. Okay, forget another cloak, but what about another rare item like a banner? Same deal, 10,000 Kodos, but this time let everyone know who plays the game about the opportunity to buy it, not just those who watch the streams. Sure, it won't be as rare as the cloak, but I'd be willing to I'd be willing to bet it makes the game $100.
Yeah, Tina, we definitely agree with that. We definitely agree. They can't help themselves when it comes to that, especially when there's a crunch, But again, it would have just been better to, open a bigger window, advertise it, because if they were looking to actually, generate some funds, that would have been a lot better way, because I'm sure they would have generated a lot more funds. Putting it in the Kodo store perpetually, like they put in the 2014, 15, 16, every other item, would allow them to perpetually make more money instead of, and again, we don't really agree with that necessarily, but it is what it is. We do agree that, more likely or not, it will wind up being sold later on, even though they say never. But anyway.
Yeah, and Conjurer's like, or simply give it as a bonus to anyone who bought the 10,000 Kodos in that month.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? I mean, but it is one where it's like, hey, I haven't subscribed since release 69. Laz cut all of his subscriptions down to just one. Before, we had over 20 subscriptions between the two of us.
Yes.
I mean,
participation trophies for everyone. There you go, Modi.
Their own decisions have actually decreased the amount of money that they bring in every single month.
Absolutely.
And we can't help that. We can only make comments and make observations related to it. But yes.
So still a hot topic. And still, I'm going to just kick myself in the ass for saying it, but they still haven't closed that conversation, which I would have expected them to have done already because, we can't have people bad mouthing this, but apparently they're going to let that one go. So we shall see.
I mean, they still deleted my my post really, and I haven't received any message about the sneak scene.
Yeah, why when you called it what it was, they just
It's like, okay, why not call it the introvert's dream? And
Yeah.
it's conversation avoidance. Avoid the NPC conversationalist.
The Knight Rider says, I mean, I want some of the stuff I missed from yesteryear, and that's why allowing things to be tradable, allowing things to be openly moved between players, and that's why a secondary market becomes important. Because somebody can
Yeah.
come in later on and still acquire them from people who, like myself and Jack back in the day, bought multiples for said reason. Now, I can tell you that I have a handful of silver serpent necklaces, which is probably one of the only items that hasn't made a reoccurrence into the store. And is probably one of the rarer items in the game because it was only available for a limited amount of time in the store. Then they took it out. And I think I bought like 20 of them at the time because I just, first off, I thought it would be a cool item to have later on. And second, it was a limited
because it would
time
be
item.
displayed on your avatar, but then
Yeah.
they decided, hey, we're not going to display necklaces whenever you're wearing one. It's like, whoops.
And Dwip says, or I should say, the only rewards that won't be sold is the bug rewards because those are ravs. Yeah.
Yeah. And Dwip with I think Chris is looking at offloading the game to Rav. Possibly.
He needs to be able to
pay for it?
Pay for those camping trips.
Well, yes. He absolutely needs to pay for those camping trips and those vacations to New York City and all the fun things that he did there.
No, that's actually not true, Asmodee. If you were watching yesterday's show, which I believe you were, we were talking about, would we do it again? And both Jack and I, I firmly believe that I have recouped at least the amount of money that I've placed into this game with sales and other things. And again, I'm still making trades. I just made a $500 purchase from somebody the other day, and I showed that a couple of days ago on stream. Is of all the items that I acquired, and I sold off a whole bunch of those immediately afterwards to somebody I was bidding against because I didn't want to spend the time. I cherry picked all the items I wanted out of that lot, up to and including a castle lot, which I think was well worth the money alone. And I got, I got like 7 different lots, a bunch of commission-free vendors, a bunch of royal scepters, a bunch of other stuff. These, hospitaller banners, a bunch of, I got more than my fair share worth. And the stuff I kept was probably worth what I paid for to begin with. And then all the stuff that I sold was just pure profit. And again, I really don't have need for a second castle lot right now. But the fact that I now have a dozen scepters, and I sold one of those, I had 13.
As Asmodee pointed, or I'm sorry, as Coeur d'Alene pointed out before the show, I have empty lots that I don't even know where they're at.
That doesn't even know where they're at. Yeah. But
I don't know. Like he's like, oh, I've placed a house right next to you in Graff Island, and it's like, I have a house there.
I have a lot there. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, it's an empty lot there.
Basically, when it comes down to it, and again, I'm still buying, selling, trading. When I need coins, I go out and I have connections to buy gold. I have connections to buy kodos if I want. Most of the times, I find that the best trade scenario is to buy gold off somebody, then go over to Phil and give Phil the business and buy kodos directly off of Phil.
As Tina points out, no, the game is being mismanaged. We would like the game to be successful, but choices being made do the opposite.
Yes. Alpha fish stick. Fish. Yes, and
Yes.
again, we've been here for going on 10 years now. We're going to be hitting our 10-year mark. It's hard to
In
figure
March.
that, but in March will be our technical 10th anniversary. Some people say yay, some people say nay, and I could point it out, but anyway, I'm not going to get into all those semantics. Um, but the reason why we've been here is because we do support the game. We bought into the game. We helped build the game. We've been here from day one. We've traveled to Austin several times. Jack lives in the area. He used to go down there weekly so that we would get updates and talk to the developers and you know an NBNN con. There you go, Coeur d'Alene. Is that I don't know if I want to pull that one off. Again, Zeke and I were, the two guys who pulled off, all the conventions except for the Baltimore one, and we've just, we had enough. We left it in somebody else's hands for 2020, and of course, uh, well, what happened in 2020? Nothing. It was also COVID, so I understand that, but we left it in somebody else's hands, and nobody's done anything with it since. And we're just not willing to pick that back up again. Maybe, but again, as Tina says, back when they had developers, so that we could go get the developers to come and do panels and sit there and talk to people. I mean, now what will we have? 2 people, 3 people? We wouldn't even fit an afternoon in.
You would have one, maybe
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking it would be Chris, Ravlox, and Sanyo if we could get
No.
that.
I think it would be Ravalox.
Well, again,
Then maybe Sanyo. Chris would have he would be on vacation. He'd be out hiking.
he'd pull a Richard and Star and teleconference in.
Not even.
But anyway, let's get on to our next topic. We're going to get started on this one, and then we're going to take a break to do some streamer rewards. But this is a topic I had queued up, and of course, as other topics, it was queued up a day or 2 ago because, again, I saw this and I went, really? We're going to mess with this now instead of getting on to episode 2, 3, and 4? But there seems to be a little bit more happening with this than we thought,
Tina
and we've done a
O'Near
little
just
work.
Subscribed with Prime.
Tina!
Thanks for your support, Tina O'Near.
35 months with the Prime sub. Are we going to stop, or are we going to
Continue
with the nudes? Donna Rose says, that is something I wish they would have put the devs on the website. I literally have no idea who are all the devs working.
The hard part is they're contractors. So
and at one time they were all on the website. They decided to take that down as they fired people.
So the hard part there is whenever they contact Tassilo to do something related to their WordPress site, it's okay, Tassilo is still giving a few hours every 6 months. It's kind of like the fact that Scotty, who we'll be talking about in a little bit,
just a moment,
was supposed to be developing several new homes for 2023, and that was announced back in January. Right? Scotty's back on the project to develop new homes. We haven't seen a single one.
And again, Scotty is a guy who we both love, who we both met, who we both love to hang out. I mean, Scotty's that guy who we can listen, tell stories, and talk about things and topics all day, all night. We've gone to see him in his theater group on Richard's property.
We even discussed yesterday that how he did a lot of the early steampunk stuff for the game, because that was when there was a shift in the art design. And And then from there, it is one where he stayed with the project as a contractor with very reduced hours and would volunteer a bunch of other hours in order to see the project succeed.
Yep.
So, yes.
But again, it would be great to know what they were working on or attempting to work on. We agree. The stand-up corner was the pillar of information that we based this show around back in the day. And as they laid people off, and a certain now owner of the game says, I've got the stand-up corner and I'm never going to miss one again. Lasted about 2 weeks on that before he just threw it in the trash can and decided he couldn't take the time to do it. Along with his blog that lasted, I think, three whole entries before he threw that in the trash can and decided he couldn't do that either. But, and again, if we're lying, we're dying. The forums, it's all there in black and white for everybody to read, but anyway, let's stop what we're doing right now. Let's go ahead and pick this, and then we're going to get on to our guest and the topic at hand. Coming up, so we're gonna pull our giveaways.
Conjurer Dragon is getting a streamer bundle from me.
The Maynard, you are getting a streamer bundle.
Are you sure it's not Maynard?
Maynard, the dude, the man.
Are you sure? I mean,
Casey Cupcake's old man.
I mean, Tool was in Austin last night, so I'm looking for streamer bundles because Henry Fletcher's the wiener.
There he is, Maynard.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I did not go last night. I was at home, but I had lots of friends that were there. Okay, are you ready to bring on our guest who's been sitting there patiently and quietly?
Let's, he can join us in chat as we get to him in this topic.
He's still in chat.
I know, but he can chime in now if he wants. I mean, he could have chimed in at any time during the other topics. Again, don't forget.
He could have said, y'all are full of fucking shit at any point in time. Yes.
We'll reiterate, we are in Discord, and we invite all of you to come on in anytime and agree with us, disagree with us, tell us your own point of view, have a conversation, bring up a new topic. And we're the only show in the edit we know does this here in Shroud of the Avatar, where we invite you in to come on and have that discussion because, we are definitely open to it. So anytime you all feel like it, all you got to do is type in chat, !Discord. And you get a link. You can use that link to come right on into the green room and have a chat with us. So, but today we've got Coeur d'Alene here with us, and we're going to be talking about the in-game book, The Sorcerer's Daughter. And I'm going to preface this by going, I'm going to let you read the first two here, and then we're going to get into the deets and let Coeur d'Alene come in with us here. Now, Coeur d'Alene also is another guy that I've met. I don't know if you've met Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene, have you met Jack?
No, Jack's one of the few guys that I haven't met.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I have found and read 10 chapters of this story, the in-game book, The Sorcerer's Daughter, but the story doesn't seem complete at the end of the 10th chapter. Are any more chapters available in-game? If not, is the story available for purchase somewhere? This was posted on Monday. Okay. Alley-oop with, they are not in. They are made, though. They would just need to be placed in the world.
Yes. Now, of course, my commentary is...
Should we bring up the Wikipedia article and the post from 2018?
I guess we could. Which one you want first?
Let's go with the post from 2018, 2018, for those that do not know. That was 6 years ago.
And I had totally forgotten I even contributed to this.
Which is even
did.
funnier because I found it when we started talking about it. And, hello there, everyone. Allow me to resurrect this ancient thread for your potentially minimal entertainment. This thread was begun in 2016.
Yes. 2016 was the original thread, just so you know.
Yes.
So even further back than the 2018. So 8 years ago, back in 2016.
Yes. Though I unfortunately can't promise that there will be an all-in-one version of the Sorcerer's Daughter appearing anytime soon, there are somewhat costly time tech and localization issues that must be overcome before that can happen. Since having this story in a single book goes far beyond the limit allowed even for books that we can create internally ourselves, I have been able to create a new, unique cover that I have applied to all 39 books that currently cover this story in-game, 38 chapters, and an epilogue book. This will now let you tell these books apart from the rest of the game, from all the rest in the game. In addition, since the writing of this original thread, I believe the issue with these books was not being able to be used as a decoration has been fixed. Now, if the information I've been given is correct, you'll be able to recognize them in your inventory with a new icon, and you'll be able to place them in your domain to your heart's desire. You'll be able to see these changes in the next update. Here's what they look like.
Yes. And then quickly to the Soda Wiki.
Soda Wiki. YOLO's real life. The Sorcerer's Daughter is a series of novels written by YOLO Fitzowen. Books in the series. YOLO's real life counterpart, David Watson, actually wrote this novel and is allowing it to be published in-game. Scott Jones created a unique cover for the book's founding game and confirmed there are 39 volumes, 38 chapters, and an epilogue. So, this was done in 2018.
Yes. 6 years later.
But 6 years later, alley-oop on Monday, we discussed it in the meeting this morning. There are some plans.
Now, at this point...
And then,
This is before Coeur d'Alene chimes in yesterday. Yeah. And at this point on Monday, I'm thinking to myself, okay, we've got books that are, supposedly there. They're not in, but they're made. And why weren't they put in since they were made? First question. And again, my second question again is, why are we messing with this instead of getting on to episodes 2, 3, 4, and 5? But after doing some further research and knowing that these have all been made, they've all been around for 6 years. And of course, Scotty also puts in the biggest caveat, the caveat, however you want to pronounce it, that translation is a major localization is a major problem for getting these in. So that I can definitely understand where the localization became a hiccup. But Coeur d'Alene chimes in as of yesterday, and of course, as he pointed out, he was in on this original conversation 6 years ago. And yes. Coeur d'Alene, do you want to read your actual? Do you have a copy of that up so that you could read it, or you want?
Right back, yeah, you mean the email exchange with Mr.
No, just where you started in this topic here.
Oh yeah, just give me a second here.
Yeah, I can drop it in here.
At alley-oop. So I actually have a PDF copy of the entire book. Also wanted to find out how the entire story ended. I reached out to David Watson, aka YOLO, via Twitter, and he very graciously emailed me a full copy. With his permission, I would be happy to share the copy that I have. And again, I was doing this just like on a one-off basis for folks, forgetting about the previous forum post that that Jack put up from years ago. Trying to just get it out to other people who like myself and others enjoyed it and want to see how the story ends.
Absolutely. And then the post goes on to people here who just
I would, if he is agreeable, I would love to have a copy.
yeah.
Same here. My library has too much empty space. That's what the already filled bookshelves are for. Then Coeur d'Alene again.
Unfortunately, the business email I have for him is no longer working and have long since deplatformed from the bane of Western civilization known as Twitter/X, which I stand by, of course. As such, I have no current way to reach him. I did find his current X handle, which is at David R. Watson 2, and if he agrees to it, I am happy to provide copies of the story.
Greetings, Coeur d'Alene. Please include me in the list of happy precipitants if you're able to get an agreement from Sir YOLO.
Turns out my email actually got through to him. He graciously responded by letting me know he would discuss Sorcerer's Daughter's free distribution with his counsel and get back to me. On a side note, he did let me know of his new book that was recently published called 1920 Tunguska Terror Arrow Rangers. Reminds me of a cross between Biggles meets high fantasy. Looking forward to checking it out.
And I'm holding up the book because I actually own it. That's what I had to. That's what I stepped away
okay.
from.
Did you actually buy it? So yes, we covered this a couple months ago. We were talking
Like
about
back in
something
September
else
or something like that.
Yes, but then there is now an ebook, apparently, according to the link that was supplied. That I think you said in your correspondence in your email, Coeur d'Alene, that he didn't have an ebook at the time. But this actually links to an ebook. But if you want to check out Arrow Rangers, Volume 1, as you can see, Jack has got a copy, and it is available out there. And all you want to go through the list of where it's available, Coeur d'Alene, because I know you have that list.
Yeah, let me pull it up. I think he just said the ebook wasn't available on Amazon. But hold on, let me pull that up here. Blah, blah, blah.
This is from Barnes and Noble, where that one actually comes from.
Yeah, so you can. He says available as trade paperback or ebook through most of the online sellers: Barnes and Noble, Kobo, Amazon. No ebook from Amazon yet. I don't know why. Look for 1920 Tunguska Terror, Volume 1 of Arrow Rangers, Ellipsis Imprints, which I guess is his publisher. So really, it just seems like Barnes and Noble and Kobo.
Well, Ellipsis Imprints is a publisher out of England. I know that because it's on the page.
So now that's that was the original emails that you sent him back a couple of years ago. Is that correct?
No, that's
2018.
the new one.
So here's the first
the
one.
book is brand new. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. So the first. So again, like I said, like I got a mail delivery system message thinking it was bouncing back because it was his old business email that I had, but it actually went through. And his response to me is, there's an idea. You may not know I have been busy the last couple of years getting my Arrow Ranger stories published. The first is now in print, 1920 Tunguska Terror, Volume 1 of Arrow Rangers. It is highly unlikely I will ever revisit the Sorcerer's Daughters universe again. So, yeah, maybe I could make it a freebie, particularly if I can use it to scare up some interest in the Arrow stuff. We'll talk to advisors and get back to you. Sincerely, Iolo.
Right. Okay. Very cool. Now, again, according to what we've just read to you from what Scotty had to say and what we understand, he's already granted permission for Shroud of the Avatar to
publish all 69.
to publish all these. Jack's bragging that he can afford a printed book.
Fuck yeah, man.
Not just an e-copy. That's right. So, so there was no mention of whether you could share the PDF with anybody else or go ahead and just, share that amongst your peers at this point then. So we're still going to be in limbo on that fact. Is that correct?
That's correct. I mean, we did go a little bit back and forth, and like I said, the follow-up was, please let, your gaming friends know about, the Arrow Rangers book and, where you could pick up a copy, which I did in the forum post there. He's still checking with his folks, but, like you guys just said, I mean, he did approve it. 6 years ago. But that's
Yeah.
so long ago. I think we all. I mean, even I forgot. So it's not surprising that he probably forgot as well.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And again, we're more than happy to bring that back up as a topic and share that with everybody. And for anybody who does want to, let's go ahead and give them the link so that they can
You
go
can
ahead.
post the Tunguska Terror links. But I think it's pretty funny that I found the Necro post from 2018 where Scotty had the custom cover and admitting that, hey, there's 39 chapters of this book. It's like, and they only managed to put 10 in. I mean, at this point in time, we know that they gave up on localization a long time ago. So how hard is it going to be to add the other books to the loot table?
Well, again, if they have them in one language, and that's the question. How are books handled? I mean, if say you and I are in a scene and you're say a Russian speaking person and I'm an English speaking person, or vice versa, I don't care.
Well, that's why I said they abandoned localization a long time ago.
Right.
Realistically,
So
all the new quests are not being localized.
We're both in the same scene. We both see the same book. We both pick up the same book. Now, does it just automatically translate? I mean, or is it just the game load will load the game book for each person differently? That's the question.
Can I change the game language? Nope. Language. English. Deutsch. Okay. My game is now in German. I may have to restart.
Okay, well, just click on one of the books right here then.
And so I just changed my game to German, and this is going to be the fun part. Because I'm closing out of Shroud completely to kind of bring this all the way back up to see whether or not localization even affects other books. It's like they did all kinds of shit related to abandoning localization because the community effort took a lot of time. And occasionally we'll see posts on the forums from Russians where they're like, hey, I want to do these things, and I will buy episode 4 because that's the episode they're supposed to be on right now.
Episode 3 was the last actual comment.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Just
okay.
for the record.
So you can see that my language is German. I will screenshot this for you, Laz, and definitely not English. And we will go ahead and try to
just open one of the books sitting next to me.
A book.
And see if it just translates the English version too. So you all can see that Jack is actually, in a different language.
Yes. Dun 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 dun.
As we wait for him to load in.
It's like, how long does it take your new processor and everything else to load the game?
Oh, almost no time at all now. I mean,
okay, so you might finally beat me on teleporting to scenes.
Matter of fact, I find it real interesting that this machine is so silent. It used to be when I loaded everything up for live streaming, my GPU would spin up, my fans would spin up, and I would hear them. And if I forgot to log out of Shroud while I was doing my post-production, after the show and stuff like that, I would hear those fans constantly spinning. Now I don't hear nothing. I mean, it doesn't even ramp up the GPU or the internal fans with all this stuff running.
I can't get around Fluffy.
No, right there. There's books standing right there.
Okay, so Streamer Bundles is all in English.
No, the books. There's 2 books sitting right there.
Beware the Chicken Queen is in English.
In English, okay. And the other one?
The other one, which is the Streamer Bundles one, You've got two different things of streamer bundles.
Well, yeah, one is the actual. One is the actual.
No. Two of them. One before, in front of your desk, or one behind your chair. But in English.
Oh, there is another book there. I didn't realize that. Okay, I didn't realize there was another.
So
they appear in English to the German person.
Here's the screenshot to where you can see the German next page and bookmark, things like that. So that is there. So it is not localization issues. Now I got to figure out where.
Well, apparently, when they wrote this for the Chicken Room, they weren't worried about localization because they just wrote it and put it in. Yeah.
And also there's already a warning that localization of Shroud of the Avatar Forsaken Virtues is in progress and incomplete. Any untranslated content will appear in English.
And that comes up when you go to change language?
Yes.
Okay.
The fun part is I changed the language. It doesn't tell me that I need to restart my fucking game in order to see that.
That disclaimer.
I can't remember. Yeah. Well, no, that's under it, but I got to see whether or not the changing language actually requires me to. If it tells you that this will be there on next restart, but why do I need to restart the game in order to change languages?
In progress is a strong phrase. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Very, very, very strong phrase. But hey,
should just get rid of that and be incomplete and just be done. Make that statement. But
has been abandoned. We have no team to work on this. So options, language, France. Okay, so whenever
I'm going to ask you, since you've actually read the whole thing,
man.
How was it? That you've been able to actually read the whole thing and come to an end. I know you told us beforehand, but for the audience.
Yeah, look, it's like a 300-page book. You can read it in like a day. I mean, it's an easy read, kind of pulp fantasy-ish, but it's fun, because you think about, especially if you're an Ultima fan or if you've met David Watson in person, which I know you guys have, and just my limited interaction with him. He's such a nice guy. I really enjoyed the story. Again, if you like, kind of high pulp fantasy type stuff, it's worth a full read.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So I can see why our original poster, who was the original poster?
On which one?
Asking about this, Benulo. I have a Benulino. Would be interested in getting his hands on more of the story because he's read the first 10 chapters and now he's
first 10 chapters. Hooked. It's like, where are the rest of them?
Now he's hooked and he wants more, And I mean, I know you, I know myself. I've read several series, that once you get hooked. I mean, for me, one of them, and this was not an easy one, but The Wheel of Time, which is now being remade into a series at Amazon, but these books were 500 to 700 pages long, and after I read the first one, I had to have the second, and I had to have the third, I had to have the fourth, and you get to the point where you just got to
finish that series.
Oh yeah, and again,
that led me to reading all of Brandon Sanderson's work.
Also, one of the best too. Sanderson finished the novels for Jordan.
Yes,
he passed away, unfortunately. I remember being in 5th grade, 1990, when the first Wheel of Time book came out, and looking at it and being like, "Whoa, that book looks awesome!" From that cover, and it, like you said, Laz, I mean, it's one of the greatest series, for fantasy of all time.
I was in high school.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Laz was in cooking full time.
I was in the military, so yeah, you guys are dating yourselves and letting me know that I'm the old man in the crowd. That's right. Yeah.
Well, you are the old man of the crowd,
Screw you
and
guys.
you're short,
I'm going home.
and you're short.
Yeah, well, you know,
I mean, you're like 4'3".
get the fuck out of here.
He's a little bit taller than that.
You know, I'm aware. I'm aware.
Yeah,
I'm
Jack
teasing.
just likes to pick on me for I'm 5'7". Yeah. Which book series is The Wheel of Time?
Yes.
The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. And again, is back in the day, we didn't have special effects. We didn't have the kind of cinematics that we have today. And several years after reading them, it was always like, it'd be great if somebody made this into a movie. Yeah, and that's what I originally expected, was somebody to make it into a movie like Ender's Game, which Ender's Game was one of those where they really dropped the ball. They could have done a lot better with Ender's Game. They did a good job, but
the hard part is writing the script and condensing Ender's Game into a 90-minute movie. That's what you actually really do.
Yeah, but see, the problem is most movies these days aren't 90 minutes any longer. I'll just point to what the hell is the one that just came out? Oppenheimer's a 3 fucking plus hour novella.
How
for
long is
crying out
Barbie?
loud. Barbie, I don't know. Hold on, I'll tell you. I have it here.
You actually have it?
Yes, I do.
1 hour 54 minutes, so almost 120 minutes.
On average these days, they're at least 2 hours.
But at the same time, that is still going. How long are the credits there? How long is the actual movie?
Well, yeah, I noticed that's a problem with a lot of the streaming services, especially Disney. Disney likes to make these, especially like the Star Wars series on Disney. Yeah,
watch the end credits before the next episode.
Yeah, it's a 50-minute piece with another 20 minutes worth of fucking credits at the end, which is ridiculous. But now, Tina, that's one that my father and my brother got through, and I could never get through the first half of Dune. And my father and my brother both say you gotta just muscle through it. Once you get halfway through it, it opens wide up. And again, I understand, but they're remaking Dune again, right? Which is, I find, just to be totally off the wall. But
the new version, part 2 should be coming out soon. I think it was the director said he was going to stop after part 3.
Yeah. And of course, for anybody who hasn't heard, derailing this train, Amazon has just recently remade Roadhouse and is going to be releasing it next month. On Prime.
They also redid Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, that's a series. That's not just a movie. They made that a series, which
as well as Reacher. Yeah. But the Reacher remake without Tom Cruise.
Well, we all agree Tom Cruise had no right playing Reacher in the first place, but that's
because the book described him as being a 6'6" giant, and then you bring in Tom Cruise, who's 5'6" on a good day.
Yeah. But anyway, moving right along. Let's see. Can we get something else in? I have one
because it is that time.
No, we can get to this. No, okay, we're not going to, because you're right. It is that time.
It is that time.
This is such a short topic, but it's a topic that, even though it's a
Reacher series written by a British guy,
it's a one-sentence topic. We would probably spend a half hour on it. So we're going to save that for Monday. But meanwhile, I'm going to give you all just a last chance to type in ! I love free shit, like Backstry just did, ! Bundle me, to get yourselves in on the last chance for streamer bundles. And of course, while we have a moment, I want to thank Coeur d'Alene for coming on in and sharing his insight, sharing his conversation with David Watson, aka YOLO, and just being a good sport, hanging around and sharing that information with us. We do appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks for having me, boys.
And of course, anytime, come on in, hang out. We're here 5 days a week. I know you just got the day off
And
today.
someone's like, "Do you have the ISBN number? Conjure a dragon." There it is in chat. And you're not even in the bundle on my side, are you? Because we're pulling the bundles now.
Here we go.
Dun, dun,
I
dun,
got
dun,
10
dun,
people
dun.
in on it. Holy shit.
I had 8.
And a night owl. Andrew Night Owl.
Mine
Congratulations.
went to Axe.
Andrew on set? Yes, he is. Andrew, come on down and grab it while we get ready to pull our streamer bundles. And let's see what
Axe
we're
is
going to
the
have
winner.
for our streamer bundles. Here's Andrew.
You mean the Steam key? Didn't you already?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is the mystery
I
game
know.
key.
Love Bite is going to be getting the one on my side,
Love
which is going to be for the game Super Panda Adventures. Congratulations, Love Bite.
And we have a copy of Cook Serve Delicious 2 going out to one lucky winner, which is worth $12.99 on Steam. And we're going to close that giveaway, pick ourselves a winner. And Azorian Dufresne, you are the winner of Cook Serve Delicious 2 on stream. And of course, again, thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for joining us. Again, once more time to Coeur d'Alene. And a big thank you to Tina for 35 months of support. We do appreciate it. And all the rest of you out there, because without you guys and gals, we wouldn't be here doing what we do all these years. And we do appreciate you. But we'll be back with more on Monday right here on NBNN. Until then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday. Bridge Troll, you're too much.
Bye-bye.